Hello everybody, this is Christy with Christy's Folk Confections. Thank you for watching this. If you're a first time watcher, welcome. I've been getting a lot of new followers, so I just want to welcome everybody and thank you for joining me and joining my page. Tonight I'm going to be making it's kind of something I adjust to whatever season I'm doing or whatever season it is. I make a lot of, I call them unicorn hot cocos. And I wish I had one here to show you guys, but I shipped them all out. Just looking around, I do not have one. I just shipped one yesterday. I wish I would have waited. But it's on my page and it was sold. I had an order, so it's sold. And now I have another order, so I thought I would show you guys how I do those. Now, for those who have been following me for a while, I do have a video of them. It was over a year ago, maybe closer to a year and a half. And I thought I would just do an updated one because a few things have changed, and they do. I mean, you know, as you get better and more experience, your way of doing things change. So I thought I would just do an updated version. So I usually do them I always do them in a clear cup. This is actually not the cup I normally do them in. I get those big clear glasses at Dollar Tree for these usually. They have been out. All the Dollar Trees around me have been out for months. So I can order them online, and I do. I order them from Amazon. I just explained to the customer with this one that I do have these mason jar ones, and if she would prefer that, or did she want the big ones? And she said this would be fine. So I did not have to order any, but I do anyway, like for spring. I'm going to be needing a lot more. So like I said, I do them in any theme, or I should say season. And I've done blue ones, I've done mint green ones, I've done yellow, I have done pink, you name it, I've done it. So I've done hundreds of these in different color schemes and everything. But basically they're all done the same way. They're just different cups. But the cups I was telling you about are the big ones from Dollar Tree, and they're big, large coffee cups, and they're just clear with a handle, just like this. These I got there too, but these are a little bit harder to work with because the opening is so narrow. So they are a little bit harder to work with. And I do like the wide mouth ones just because it's so much faster and easier. And also I like the looks of them a little bit better. So this is what I start out doing. I had to do this 2 days ago, and you'll see the inside of this is all covered. And I used pink clay for this. I'll show you, air foam clay. This is the brand I use, Glitz and Glue air dry foam clay. And she has many colors on Amazon. She also has some in her Etsy shop. It's called Glitz and Glue. And you can either get it on Etsy or Amazon. So she's got like got 30 some colors, different colors of clay. So I love her clay. It's excellent. I use this mostly, so with all my fake bakes. So that's the color. Oh, I'm sorry. The color is light pink. She's got many different colors of pink. So this one is a light one. So what I did is I lined my glass with a little bit of tacky glue, the clear tacky glue. Okay, you line your glass with this first. With a brush, brush it on there all over. Then you take your clay, and I would show you how I do that, but since this is dry, you know, I had to do this ahead of time. You have to have it dry before you continue on. So This was a little tricky because getting the clay down, way down in there, and then the hole is so small, my hand doesn't fit in there. So what I did is I used my rolling pin and just kind of like pushed it down in there like this and made sure it covered all the glass. Now, you have to make sure you have a thick enough layer in here. If you don't have a thick layer anywhere, or if you can like see through it a little bit, most likely it's going to crack on you. So just be aware of that. And if it does crack after it's dry and you see some cracks in there, you can go ahead and add some more clay and push it together. I don't have any on here. I have a few little air bubbles, and you're going to have them with everything. A few of these little things. You can push them out sometimes, but like this is pretty, it's still a little wet in there, but you can try to push them out. Now, if you do have cracking, take some more of your clay and just, roll it up in a little ball and get in there and push where the crack is, and try to fill that up with the new piece of clay. Then I suggest you wait another day for that to dry. You don't have to if it's for yourself, and you just are experimenting or whatever, and you just want it for you, then, I would say go ahead and move to your next step. But just to be on the safe side, because, this is my business, I do not want it cracking on the customer later on. So, that's what I do. So I try to wait with everything that needs to dry. It's hard, but you have to do it in fake baking. Like I said, unless you're doing it for yourself or just practicing. So the next step then would be, I take my paper towel. You take a plain paper towel holder or toilet paper, cardboard roll, and you stick it into the bottom of your glass. Now I measured this already, so you want it to go right about here when you push it in. And now this I'm going to glue down. And for those big glasses that I was telling you about, I can link that link in the comments on this video. You can either get them at Dollar Tree, you can order them online, or you can maybe find them at your Dollar Tree. I don't know what's going on with mine because it hasn't had any for a long time, like even way before Christmas. So I had to order a case from there, and then I had to order a case from Amazon, just because I did Amazon because it was faster than if I would order at the store or online from the store. And I do not even remember how much they were. So I'll have to look that up, and I will post it in the links, in the comments. So, just make sure when you push the roll in that it doesn't mess up your sides. Be careful when you push it down, especially if it's wet, it's going to push your clay down with it. So if it's dry, it's less likely to do that. And it looks fine. So that's what that looks like. Now you're going to take a little cardboard disc. Any cardboard will do. Foam board. Those big flaps in some of the boxes you get like from Amazon and stuff. I keep all that stuff, and I use that for my my lids here. So you're going to want to glue this down in there like that, okay? You don't want to put the cardboard on the edge of it and then glue it down. I've done that when I first started, but I do notice hot glue in this glass does not stick very well. At first it does fine, but like when you're working on it and you maybe have to like push down or adjust something, it will come off. If it's hot glued down, it just does not stay. And I use Gorilla Glue, hot glue sticks. So it's something with the glass. I just don't recommend it. And that's just not what I do. Some people do that and maybe they have better luck with it, but this is the way I like to do it. So I'm just going to put my glue around the edges here, and I try not to burn myself. Actually, I could have it up a little bit higher, but my cardboard roll went down a little bit further than I thought. But that's okay. We're going to fill it up anyway. So that's what that looks like. Okay. And then next is, well, I'm getting ahead of myself. Next is we're going to do the sprinkles down the side. So all my hot cocos, almost all of them, are layered and dripping with sprinkles, like a lot of them. They're overboard. So that's what people like. That's what my customers like. That's what I like. And you don't have to do this many. You know, it's totally up to you. I'm just going to take, probably just going to take my, yeah, let's do this. I have this sprinkle tray thing that I like to use. That way it catches all my sprinkles, but it's got glitter everywhere on it from Christmas yet. So for my dripping, you're going to want to do this now at this point. The reason I do it now is you don't want to do it after you got the top done. Obviously, you would have to tip it to get the side, so that's not good if you tip it. And then also, I'm sorry, I'm having a brain fart here. So you want to put your toppings on, or not your toppings, your sprinkles down the edges, and then put your topping on, and then let that whole thing dry. If you forget about doing the sides, that's fine. You can do your topper, and then when it's all dry, you can go back and then do your edges here. The only thing with that is when your spackle and everything is dry up on top, you're not going to be able to get under here like you would, you know, like in this step. And then your spackle is going to be all dry. And when you try to get under the lip of that, you might crack some of the spackle off when it's dry. So again, I've done that. So I'm just telling you, you know, the way that I've done it and what works for me. And then I'm going to get my styrofoam ball here. Okay, so now I have my styrofoam ball, and this I would say, I'm going to say 2 inches. Yes, 2 inches of a styrofoam ball. Now you can cut a little bit of it off and stick it down in there. But I think I'm just going to glue it like this, and it's going to glue around the sides here like that. So it'll be a nice, you know, solid base for everything. And then we will put our dripping down. I wanted to do this before the dripping because the dripping does get really messy. And it does take a while for it to dry. So if you're bumping it and stuff, you know, you kind of want to have as much done as you possibly can before you do all that. So I'm just letting this dry a little bit here. And then also when you put your spackle on, it will adhere to this and the cup. So it's really not going to go anywhere. So, and I use the ball because it does 2 things. It takes up more room, so you have less spackle. And the second thing is it makes the topper more sturdy. you know, there's a base to it where if you don't have anything under that and you have a big topper, you know, the chances are that it could fall in a little bit, or like not melt, but like oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Not melt, but like it may slowly go down, you know, as it dries, depending on your spackle. So I've had that happen, but only a few times. So it's just a better base and more protection to have this on there. And also, if you're putting in a lot of different treats, your skewers and everything will stick into this. So that also holds up all your treats better too. So, all right. So I think that's good. Now I'm going to take my white fabric paint. This is the brand. I don't know. It's Scribbles, I believe. Yep. It's actually from Hobby Lobby. They have it. This is a cheaper brand, but they do have Slick, the Slick White. I think it's here it is. This is brown, but it's by Tulip, and it is Slick, and they have it in all different colors. And I use this one for the chocolate, but we're not doing chocolate today. And Hobby Lobby was out of the Tulip at my store, so they had this one in its place, and it's a cheaper brand. I believe this is the same brand as Dollar Tree, but, you know, in smaller bottles. So what you're going to do is you can do as little of this as you want or as much of it. So mine are known to be quite filled with sprinkles, as I said. And I just try to make it look, just like it's spilling over, you know. And then also you can kind of cover up that that rim here, you know, where it looks like a jar edge to it. I kind of like to cover that up. So yeah, I do these at Christmas time. I do these at, they really go fast with spring. You know, this is for Valentine's Day. I could just do these all day, and I think I'd sell enough just to keep me going. But these get a little boring after a while. They're not too complicated. All right. So this is going to be my front. So that's how it looks so far. Now for the sprinkles, I do my own mixes. I do so many. I mix all different pastels in here. I have the regular sprinkles, and then I have hearts, I have stars, I have glitter. I have these from the Purple Rodeo, Beverly on Etsy. Her name is Beverly. She's a sweetheart. She sells all kinds of these rhinestones, and I put those in here. You can maybe see some of the glitter in there, or the sparkle, I should say. Maybe this way. Yep, there. So they really make a nice, you know, just a nice addition to your sprinkles, because you can just see it glisten. And then she's got these colors. I have all her colors. They're so pretty. She's got tons of different ones. So I add those in there. And then There's even some pearls in here that was in a mix from Annie's Treasures. I get them from Annie's Treasures. I get them from Area 54. I also get them from Play Code 3. So that's what those look like. And I just mix them all the time together. Okay, so now I'm just going to like start pouring these on here. All right, so doesn't that look pretty already? Got some falling down. Now, if you do get too many, sometimes it'll start dripping down further, so I need to watch that. And if it does, that's okay. You can just, you can add more, sprinkles. But if I get it a little heavy, it will start to like separate and fall down, so I have to watch that. But yeah, so I think that looks really nice. All right, so the next step, you get these out of the way because I'm going to need these again for the top. All right, so we are going to do a two-toned topper. And I showed you how to do one in one video, but it's been a while. So what you're going to need to do two-tone frosting is you're going to need your handy wrap or cling wrap, whatever you call it. What I was going to say too, and I forgot what I was getting to. With your mugs, you can use spackle inside of your mugs, okay? I used to do it all the time. It depends on what I'm doing. I may do that with spackle, but obviously in this one, like I said, I used clay. But now you can use spackle. You can mix your lightweight spackle with paint, mix it to whatever color you want, and then go ahead and line your cup up with this. You can do that as well. And it will also take a day or two to dry, just at least overnight, a day to dry, and let that dry in there, and that'll set everything. If you do it too soon, if you start working on it too soon and it's still wet, when you push your paper towel holder thingy in there, it will push your spackle down. So you need it to be dry. So you can do that, and it's actually a little bit easier to do it with the small mouth that this one has. It's easier to push the spackle down in there. And then you just have to make sure you do a nice thick layer with that too, so that it doesn't crack on you. Like I said, I wish I had another cup to show you how both look, or how it looks with the spackle, but it looks very similar. So there's that, variation that you can do. Now, I mixed up some spackle for this already. I didn't think you guys needed to watch me mix. As most of my videos, I use the Red Devil one-time spackle, and it's lightweight spackle. Make sure you get the lightweight, and I get mine from Amazon or Menards. You can get smaller containers of, there's another one called DAP. It's DAP, and you can get smaller sizes with those. I don't believe this, well, they might have a smaller size at Menards, but it's actually cheaper to get the bigger size. And as I said in my last video, if you're just starting or you're practicing, you can use the lightweight spackle from Dollar Tree. It's the lightweight, and there's only one brand there, and it's just in a real little tube. Like I said, if you're starting out and practicing, that is fine to use, but it is very dry and it is grayish. So you will need to add white paint to it to, you know, moisten it up, and then also, you know, color it so that it's not so gray. But if you're really getting into fake baking and you want to start it as a business or even like more than a hobby, then I suggest you do this spackle or the DAP brand. And I've said it before that this is my favorite brand. This is what I use, and other people do just fine with DAP. I just don't have as good as outcome as I do with this. So that's what I use. And hopefully if you are looking, you can get a smaller container, but I don't remember if there is one of this. I know there is of DAP, so this is a gallon size. But just look around in all your hardware stores and stuff. They will have, you know, lightweight spackle. So what I did with this is I mixed this white. As you can see, it's white. I mixed this color pink in here. And this is from Hobby Lobby, and it is Vivid Pink Rose. Acrylic crafting paint. Vivid Pink Rose. And it was very, very light. So then I added a little bit of a drop or two of this color. And I need to get my glasses. This is fuchsia. So this is just fuchsia. I just added a drop or two of that. And for this cup, I don't want a lot of pink coming out in the topping. I want more of a tint of it and then the rest white. So I'm not going to add too much of this. And I'm just mixing it because it has dried a little bit. Okay. Get all these pieces. When you work with spackle, pieces dry and then they fall off and it's messy. So what you're going to do is you're going to make a line down your handy wrap. You're going to lay your handy wrap down just like this, and then you're going to lay a line of this down it. Okay, so it don't have to be perfect or anything. You're just going to wrap it up anyway, so, okay. I'm going to put the cover on that. And then you're going to take your white and mix it up a little bit while it's in here, because there will be dry spots sometimes, depending on, you know, how old it is, if it's been sitting for a while. If you don't do this, sometimes you'll get a dry piece or 2 or 3, and then it won't come out the piping tip. So then I say a few bad words, and then I swear it to myself because I know better. I know that I need to mix it and I'm in a hurry or whatever. So it just takes a second to mix it all up, and you can see it's a nice consistency. It's nice and wet. It's not dry. It's not gray. It's not too soft. That's what I like about this kind. And as you can see, I'm putting more white in here on this than pink, because I don't want a lot of the pink to come through. Just a little bit. But if you want more pink or whatever color you're doing, then put more of that color in. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your handy wrap and you're going to bring it towards you and then bring it down as tight as you can. And you're going to want to roll this now as tight as it'll go. And just make sure you're, you know, as tight as you can so it doesn't, it's not too loose and it like squeezes out the edges. Then you're going to twist both sides like this. Make sure, I'm just going to roll that up so it doesn't come out that end. Okay, then you can take your scissors and you're going to cut one end just like that. You need to cut that off. Then you're going to take your piping bag. This is a Wilton. And I have a 1M tip. 1M. It is the star tip. Okay. Then the side that you cut is going to go in here. Sometimes you have to, you know, push it down with your hand. You try not to get it to come out, you know, that rolled part. You just want it to come out that one end. Okay. So that's what it looks like. Okay. And get your cup, and then I'm going to grab I had a piece of wax paper. I'm just going to pipe a little bit of it out because sometimes it'll have air there. Or you want both colors to show, you know, and sometimes like only one color will first come out. So I'm actually going to, I'm just looking at this. Oh, I think I'm going to leave it. I was going to add a little bit more sprinkles, but it's not like falling at all. So I think I'm just going to leave it for now. So I'm going to start in the back. Make sure when you start piping that it's you're gonna cover that line where your sprinkles are. Okay, I do carefully around it, and then I'm gonna turn my bag because whatever color is right here, you may want it to, you know, do the next color. So I turn my bag sometimes. You don't have to, but sometimes I'll turn it to get a different color, and that'll bring, you know, that'll make it, it won't all be one color on one side is what I'm trying to say. And sometimes I just twist it as I go. I'm going to put a little bit in the middle. I'm going to twist it again. And one more time. Okay, now I know this is tall, but I'm gonna just push it down a little bit. Not push it, but like make sure it's, you know, even on all the sides. If it's like leaning one way, sometimes when they get this tall, they might lean a little bit. So you can just take your cup and just tap it a little bit, not a lot. Because you don't want it to fall off. Okay, there. All right, so that's how that looks. all the way around, and it's all the edges are covered underneath. So that's what you want. And then I usually start putting on my glitter first because I just like to have it everywhere instead of doing it at the end. Also, it'll stick better if you do it now. Because it dries really, really fast. The spackle does, so. Okay, and so for the order that I have, she wanted this cookie in it for Valentine's Day. I did this with a cookie cutter that I had, and then it was like an embosser from Amazon, how I made the pattern. And I could show you what that looks like. It's this one. It came with like 9 or 10 different patterns. And I used clay, of course. And then I did my cookie cutter thing. And then I pushed that down. And then that's how you get that pattern. So she wants this in there. And I'm going to use my toothpick in the bottom. And I'm going to just put a little bit of glue there. And then I'm going to put it on this side. Now remember, we have that styrofoam ball in there. So that toothpick went down in there. So there we go. And then for the other side, she wanted this heart I made out of spackle and a 1M tip. And these, of course, have to dry for several days before you use them. Actually, in my upcoming event that I'm doing with Tina's Tasteful Treasures, Mary from Inedible Arrangements, and Nikki with Beyond Bakes, I will be showing you how to do these with a very tall extreme shake. And right now I'm not going to show you how to do them because obviously they have to dry before I can put them in here. And I want to show you them in that event. So if you want to learn how, I do all different kinds of these. I do, let me see, I'll show you quick. I do these kind. I can do all different colors. There's many different things that you can do with meringues. And I have done these. I will be showing you how to do these. So there's just a lot of different things you can do with spackle that you didn't think, or maybe didn't know you could. So this one, I want to put on this side. And I'm debating if I want it higher. I think I do. So I'm just going to push that down a little bit more. I don't want them like equally like that. I want to have one higher than the other side. So again, I put my toothpick in there and I'm going to just push it down in there, hopefully. There. Okay, so that's how that looks. And then I'm going to get my other goodies here. So now we can actually, I'll wait to do the straws because I'm not exactly sure which stuff we're going to go with here. And I like to do the straws at the end just because I'll have a better idea of what color I'm going to go with. So I got these at Dollar Tree. And I want to stick them in there, or one in there, I should say. Let me see. Just to give it a little extra, little bit of glitter and something in the middle here. Okay, so that's what that looks like. And I might just look and see. I would like to do a bow. I have all this stuff from all over. I have all kinds of goodies in here. I'm just debating whether I want that in there or this one. This is really cute in there too. I'm going to, yeah, I'm going to stick that on this side. I am going to put a little bit of glue in there on the tip or the bottom of it. It doesn't hurt to be too cautious because, you know, it's just assurance that this thing isn't going to fall on you or anything. I'm going to put this little peppermint sticky thing right here. And I'm not going to put glue on that just because I can push it down further than the other thing that I just used. And then I was thinking I would use a, ice cream cone. Or like something like this is an ice cream cone, but it's pretty small. And I was looking for a bow, and then I got sidetracked. This is what happens. Oh God, this is cute too. Oh, there's too much stuff. All right, well, I'm thinking we're going to use, I'm going to use this purple one right here. And because I can't really push it down in there very good, I'm just, you know, because I don't want to cover up the cone. So I'm just going to, like, put a little bit of glue on it and then just put it right there. Let's see. I was going to do a bow, but I'm kind of getting past that now. But I'm going to do a different bow. I'll show you what I'm going to do. And we don't want to load this up like really, really overly because these I don't go too far overboard. I mean, not an extreme. You would think that they look like an extreme, but they're not. I have some marshmallows. They're like resin, kind of. I buy them. I have all different colors here. I do like this too, this little candy. And put this on this side. Then we're going to go with a heart on this side. A little conversation heart thing. And I wanted to add some marshmallows to this. Just debating what side. Probably there. We're going to put that in there like that. And this one can go down here. I don't want them directly across from each other. I'm just looking to see what looks better. Can't really see the white too much coming out of there. I just want something a little bit taller right here. And this is cute, but it kind of blends in as well. This is really cute there though. Let me get, I have a purple, I have this purple peppermint stick just like this other side. And I'm going to stick that down in there because I do need something a little bit taller to kind of even this out a little bit like that. And then I'm going to move this little, if I can get it out without making too much of a mess. Move this marshmallow and take that off for a second. And then I'm going to take this purple one, put a little glue on that, and then put that right in there like that. Yeah, and see what I just did? I just bumped my my dripping. I do that more times than I care to count. It's okay, we can fix it. And this is glue strings. This is not hair. This is glue strings. That's another thing that we do not like. And then I see something that I don't like. I have 3 purples here, okay? I don't like that. I'm going to move this heart over there. And then I'm going to move this after I get the glue off of it. Right here. The spackle is still wet enough that it will stick to it. And because I'm gluing things in, I'm getting, you know, the little strings. All right. Now, there is an opening right here, and I know what I'm going to do with that. I need a purple, or not a purple. Yeah, because I have enough purple over here. I do like this heart right here. I love this little, oh, it's so cute, and it's glittered. I don't know if you can see it, but okay. And here I said I wasn't doing an extreme, right? Well, I don't have like tons of treats on here. Otherwise, it would be an extreme. I mean, handmade ones, I don't have a lot on here, okay? So next, what I'm going to do, I want a bow here. And I can either do a clay bow or more glue. Or I could do a ribbon one. And I'm trying to find my ribbon. just getting my ribbon off the holder here. I have pink, but I see that's probably gonna blend in way too much. So I'm gonna do probably a purple one. I'm just debating whether I want to do a clay or a ribbon one. I think I'm going to do the ribbon. So I'll show you how I do that. I just make a loop, squeeze it in the middle. Oh my God, my nails are so gross. I'm getting my nails done tomorrow, guys. Thank God. We had to reschedule our appointments a couple times, my sister and I did, and it's been forever. It was way before Christmas that I needed. Well, I had them done for Christmas, but then with crafting and this stuff, and yeah, it doesn't last long. So I had to take them off, and I absolutely hate it. So I'm just making 2 loops and bringing it together like this. I took my wire in the middle. I have this like floral wire here, and I'm just twisting. Okay. Then I want to leave a tail on here. Somewhat of a tail, because you want to stick it into the spackle. And you want it nice and long so that it just has more to hang on to inside when it dries. So I just cut that down, and now I'm going to put some glue on it for extra measures, and I'm almost out of this glue stick. But that should be good because it's going in spackle. And it is pushing into that styrofoam ball right now. All right, so that's how this looks now. Okay. So I didn't, the only 2 treats I made obviously are these 2. And those other cups that I was telling you about, they're lower, so they don't end up as high as this does. But I still like the looks of this. And the customer does as well. So you can go as high as you want. You don't have to go this high. In fact, you don't have to even use the styrofoam ball if you're not going to go this, go that much, go that high. It's just better stability for these tall ones. I'm just adding a little bit of my dripping there that I screwed up. All right, that looks okay. The back I didn't screw up yet. And I do put some stuff on the back. You guys know that I always decorate the backs of my stuff, because when people display these in their homes, I want them to be able to use them as a centerpiece. And when you see a centerpiece, they're usually all the way around, right? So I want everything finished when I make something. So I was going to use a marshmallow here. That looks cute too. But since I have one right here, I think I'm going to use these little hearts that I got from Area 54. There's another piece of glue. And then this one, there's a purple one in here. I don't know if I should do a purple or a pink. I think the purple really pops nice. Okay, and then I want to put something right here because I don't want that wire to show. Either going to put a gummy bear there. I just don't know what color. I think I'm going to do the pink because the purple blends right in. So I'm just going to tip this slightly. Oh, I need more glue. Okay, I'm going to tip this a little bit. And then I'm going to take my bear and put him on there. Just got to hold them extra bit of time because it's kind of a heavy one. And as a spackle dries, this, you know, everything will adhere to the spackle, and then it will harden and it's not going to go anywhere. So I do want to put my straws in now. And I am thinking, well, we obviously need a purple. I'm looking for a, oh, here's a cute one. I have this cute pink one. It's got like little lips on it. And then I have a purple one. So I don't need the full straws. So I'm going to cut those down. And so what I do for these, you've seen me do this probably many, many times. I'm going to stick a skewer. Whoop, this is the pointy end. Down in there. And I'm going to take my pliers and I'm going to make a pointy end on this one. And it's going to come right over here. Then you take your straw, put some glue on it. There. And then this one. Okay, so far that's how that goes. Now, the back side. I'm not gonna go overboard. I just said that before, I know. But since I don't have a lot of handmade treats in the front, I'm not gonna put a bunch in the back. But I do have, you know, the hearts like this. And then I have these little envelopes from Hobby Lobby. There's pink ones and there's red. Obviously do not want red, but that's what they look like. I'm going to stick one of these in the back. And then for this, I'm going to add a toothpick in the back, right here. So I have something to stick it down in there with. Put my toothpick in there. Sorry, I make a mess, you guys, when I do this stuff. Because I'm concentrating and trying to see what I all need. I'm just letting that dry. And then I'm looking through my goodies to see what else we have here. I'm going to put this in there. This is just a piece of, you know, fake candy. It looks like, oh, it looks like ribbon candy. Push that in there because now my spackle's starting to dry. So I gotta be kind of careful. I'm looking through my goodies here. I got some little ice cream cones. All right, so this should be dry now. I'm going to stick that right down in there. Like, I'm going to just cut this off just a real little bit. That's kind of tall, or kind of too tall. And we're filling up that space now. I'm just checking to see what else I got over here that could fit in that one little area. I do have something here. I was going to put this moon in there, but it kind of blends right in like a lot of this stuff. You got to be careful with that. If you can't see it, then there's no sense in putting it in there. Actually, I'm just going to use another ice cream cone, I believe. We'll just do that. These are a little bit too small. These here. I kind of want to have something bigger right here. So, just going to put that in there like this. Okay. So we have enough going on there. And I could use like some little hearts right here. That's a purple one. We need a purple one. Oh, see, it's starting to dry. Let's put a white, I'll put like a white marshmallow there instead. So I just sprayed it with a little bit of water, and it softens it back up again. And then the only other thing I want to do is, I don't even really want to use a lot of sprinkles. I'm just debating. I think we're going to carry up some sprinkles from the bottom there and just kind of have those colors blend in up top as they do on the bottom. So what I do for that, since everything is drying pretty well now, this is a water bottle. I just spray a little bit, not a lot, because you don't want it to start falling on you. So I'm going to take my tray here, and I'm just going to sprinkle some on there. And see, that kind of makes it, you know, the sprinkles are blending throughout the whole thing then. And I'm just going to carefully turn around here. And don't forget your sides. I'm going to put a marshmallow there because it's pretty bare. And then we're going to put our sprinkles. And there we have. And like I said, you can do these in any colors. I like the combination of the sprinkles because you can use any pastel colors with them on the top, you know, to blend in. So that's how I'm just looking for that. And then the last thing I do, if you don't have to do this, but I do like to put a few drippings up here. You don't have to though. It's plenty full without it. But I think that's kind of like my signature here. So I do put a little bit on here. And it kind of just brings it all together, I think. Now, some of you asked how long does it take to cure. These take about a week to cure. So I don't ship anything for a week, especially these tall, big ones, like this. You just do not want to ship this without having it dry, just to be on the safe side. And I'm going to put a little bit of glitter. Who doesn't need glitter? And there we have it. I hope to God my sound didn't go out now. But there we go. And I'm sorry I have such a mess going on here. I hope I was in camera the whole time. So I hope you guys like this. Let me know if you have any questions. And like I said, I'll be doing a lot of these, you know, throughout the spring and everything. So now you guys know how to do them. So let me know what you think. I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know in the comments. I'd really appreciate it. And if you really liked it, if you wouldn't mind sharing, I would appreciate that very much. I just like to show you all my little tricks and tips. And then don't forget that I'm in that event from the 6th to the 10th. Not me only. Like I said, Nikki, Mary, and Tina are in with me. I am the last day on the 10th of February. So I will be showing you guys what I'm going to be making soon for that event. So I hope you like it. You guys have a great night, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.